Are you guys ready? Today's storming outside, so I decided to make a cozy recipe, meatball in tomato sauce. And today I'm gonna share with you an easy and light recipe. So here we start with the ingredients. I decided to buy ground beef, grass-fed. It's a 90% lean and 10% fat. You can pick whatever you like. This is just my choice because I like it. For the meatball, I also have the Parmigiano Reggiano, about 50 grams, 30 grams of breadcrumb, plain breadcrumb, no season, 1 egg, and salt and pepper to your taste. For the sauce, we have 1 can of peeled tomato sauce, 1.5 cloves of garlic. Look how beautiful it is, garlic. Now it's seasoned with basil. Before we start to make our meatballs, we need to start with our tomato sauce. So let's start with the garlic. I usually don't put garlic in the meatballs because otherwise I can't digest it. So I'm just gonna put it in the tomato sauce. So we're gonna have the flavor of it. Cut it in half. And I usually take also the salt, that's what we call it, the salt, the garlic. Right into the pan. Extra virgin olive oil, guys. It's gonna be enough. And we turn the stove on a medium or 6. And we wait that the oil get warm, that the garlic sear and get a nice gold color. I'm also going to put the stem of the basil because it's gonna give a nice flavor and smell that we really like of the basil. As you guys see, my garlic is searing, and now I'm gonna move it away the pan. I don't want to burn it. Burn the garlic is the worst flavor you can have. And I'm gonna also take off my steams. And now it's time for the tomato sauce. We move it on 4. Like this, with your hand. We break it. See, you gotta break it with your hand and put it in the pan. You're gonna probably make a bit of a mess, but doesn't matter. We can clean. Now we start with our meatball. We put our meat, our Parmesan cheese, breadcrumb, we need the egg because it's gonna blend everything together, and the breadcrumb is gonna make our meatball softer and lighter. Salt to taste, because we also have Parmesan cheese, so be careful with that. And a little bit of black pepper. Now, I do use my hand. If you don't want to use your hand, you can use some gloves or a spoon, but we have to make the ball, so we have to use our hand anyway. So we just go there, and we start to put everything together. You know, like we are making a dough for cookies, a dough for our bread, for our pizza. And we work on it like this. See how it has to be? When I put this down and I pull it away, the air is clean. And I keep going. Now that it's ready, we have to make our balls. And I'm gonna about doing this. See? Take it on your hand. Make your balls. This is about 40 grams. See? First one. Try to make them all of the same size so they can get cooked through the same time. This is gonna be the last one. Sauce is cooking, and now we are going to toss our meatballs. Like this. People is gonna complain, is going to say, oh, you should fry them, or I bake them in the oven. I like to steam them like this in the tomato sauce because they're going to the meat is gonna release the juice that is gonna go in the tomato sauce, and it's gonna have a lot of flavor. Like this. on a medium. So we just covered the pan, and how long we're going to wait for? We're going to wait for about 30 to 35 minutes. So the meat is going to release the juice and the tomatoes is going to take all the flavor. In the meantime, we just have a glass of wine. Let's go. So we are halfway through. I still have my stove on 4, and now we're going to uncover our pan. Looks at the meatball, they look fantastic already. And we're going to cover it with tomato sauce to make it more juicy. Like this. And we're going to finish with our pan half cover. In this way we're gonna have a little bit more of a thick sauce. So we are almost done. We're going to taste it and see if there is enough salt or we have to add some more. Always taste just a little bit more here. And then we toast the tomato sauce on top of our meatball. Okay, done. We move in the front. Okay guys, we are super hungry. It's been 30 minutes and our meatballs are ready. Let's see. Oh, they're beautiful. Some tomato. That's why I like the peeled tomatoes, because I like to have the pulp. Hold on, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano reggiano if we want to be picky. Some basil that I washed before. Okay guys, now it's time to try it. Here you go, there's one here. Oh, soft. It's very soft, light, and full of flavor because we cooked in our tomato sauce for about 30 minutes. With a sip of wine, please let me know what you guys think, and buon appetito!